A leap from the shadows. Jaws snap shut without hesitation. The leopard. Silent. Deadly. The most lethal predator of the jungle. Ends its prey in a single blink. Every step it takes carries the scent of blood and the weight of raw instinct. In an icy mountain cave, a lone female wolf growls, facing down a trespassing bear. No allies. No way out. And yet, she stands her ground. Because just behind her are her newborn pups. In the gray skies above, a golden eagle dives like a living arrow. Its massive talons crush the snake slithering toward the nest. Wind howls, snow falls. But the mother eagle spreads her wings wide, shielding the tiny lives trembling beneath her feathers. In the wild, these are the rulers. Cold, fierce, without mercy. But to their young, they are extraordinary mothers, so devoted, they would give their lives without a second thought. Some will go without food for weeks. Others will fight to their very last breath. All for one simple reason: so their young may live. In this film, you'll witness the 7 most fearsome mothers in the animal kingdom. From bloodthirsty predators to creatures you never imagined could love. And mother number 5, she will make you see the natural world in a completely different light. This is instinct. This is survival. This is motherhood, in the form of nature's most terrifying beasts. 7 most fearsome mothers in the animal kingdom, but they love their young more than life itself. Leopard, bloodthirsty hunter and loving mother. The beast that terrifies the herd, but dies for her cub. Opening our series, 7 ferocious creatures that love their offspring more than life itself. We begin with the silent killer of the African wilderness. The leopard. It doesn't need a pack. It doesn't roar. It vanishes into shadows. Strikes fast and clean. The moment it attacks, the prey is often dead before it even feels pain. That's how a leopard survives, and why it's feared across the savannah. Weighing just 50 to 60 kilograms, a leopard can bring down an impala weighing over 120 kilograms, and then drag the carcass up a 5-meter tree using only the strength of its jaws and shoulders. This behavior has been extensively documented by Panthera and in studies published by Biological Conservation. But behind those razor claws and unflinching stare lies the heart of a mother. After giving birth, a leopardess vanishes from the map of predators. She stops roaring. She doesn't roam far. She stays close, guarding a hidden den, where her cubs lie blind, helpless, and silent. According to long-term studies from the Serengeti Reserve in Tanzania, leopard mothers relocate their cubs between 4 to 10 times per week during the first 2 months. A survival strategy to prevent being tracked by hyenas, lions, or even rival male leopards. Born blind and defenseless, leopard cubs cannot survive without their mother. Over 60% die within the first year. That's why the leopardess is willing to starve, to abandon her territory, and, if necessary, to fight to the death just to keep her cub alive one more day. In the brutal world of wild nature, the maternal devotion of the leopard proves this truth. Even the most lethal predator can be the most tender mother. Gray wolf. When the forest's fiercest predator becomes a devoted mother. What comes to your mind when you think of a gray wolf? A cold, cunning predator, lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting, then striking with lethal precision. But perhaps you've never seen this side of the story. Inside a small den hidden deep in the northern European wilderness, a mother wolf lies quietly beside her newborn pups. No hunting, no movement, just a persistent, Unwavering presence, shielding every fragile breath from cold and danger. According to research at Yellowstone National Park in the U.S., a wolf mother can spend up to 16 hours a day with her pups during the first 3 to 4 weeks of life. She doesn't leave the den. She doesn't eat. She doesn't sleep deeply, all to keep her young alive. And yet, just a few weeks earlier, this very wolf led a brutal hunt. Strategic attacks, coordinated teamwork, a full-grown deer brought down in mere minutes. Ruthless, intelligent, unforgiving. The contrast is astounding, from fearsome predator of the deep forest to a devoted, selfless mother. It's not an anomaly, it is the essence of the gray wolf. To live in packs, protect their own, and love their young with unwavering instinct. Around 30 to 100 days old, the pups begin to leave the den, but they are never alone. The entire pack raises and teaches them. The males bring food, the older siblings watch over them. Every small step the pups take is shaped by a rich and complex social structure. The gray wolf, a creature nature fears, is also one that knows love, sacrifice, and loyalty. And that is what makes this animal truly magnificent. A heart beneath the claws. Next, we turn our gaze to one of the most iconic symbols of northern wilderness, the brown bear. With claws over 10 centimeters long, a bite force greater than a lion's, and the ability to charge at 50 kilometers per hour, it is the terror of the forest. Even humans fear its presence. And yet, when she becomes a mother, this notorious predator transforms into something entirely different. In her embrace, ferocity no longer means danger, it becomes a shield, forged to protect the fragile lives of the forest. Female bears reproduce only every 2 to 3 years, and usually give birth to just 1 or 2 cubs. Born blind and helpless, the cubs rely completely on their mother for the first 2 to 3 years of life. She teaches them how to find food, climb trees, sniff out threats, and ultimately, how to survive in a dangerous world. But the greatest threat doesn't come from humans, it comes from their own kind. Male bears often kill cubs that are not their own, a brutal evolutionary tactic to bring the female back into mating condition. And that is when the mother becomes more dangerous than ever. There are chilling scenes in the wild, where a mother bear will fight off a male twice her size, risking everything to protect her young. In the wilderness, no love is more fierce, or more fearless, than that of a mother. According to research published in Behavioral Ecology and Sociobiology, maternal investment in brown bears rivals that of some primates. A mother bear will not abandon her cubs, not when she's wounded, not when she's starving, not even when predators circle nearby. One of the most feared creatures on Earth, and one of the most devoted mothers. The brown bear reminds us, a mother's love, even behind sharpened claws, is one of nature's most sacred instincts. Lioness and cub. Maternal instinct in a predator. Farewell to the bear and her cubs. Now, let us witness another deeply moving display of maternal love, this time from a lioness. We all know, the lion is the apex predator of the African savanna. An adult lion can weigh up to 180 kilograms, capable of taking down an antelope in a single, explosive pounce. Powerful jaws, large teeth, and razor-sharp claws enable it to tear flesh with speed and efficiency. Lions don't just hunt, they defend territory through violence, and will even kill the cubs of rival prides to secure dominance. Fierce and assertive, they are among the most formidable carnivores in the entire food chain. Yet behind this brutal strength lies a role few ever see, that of a mother. When she is about to give birth, a lioness separates from the pride, seeking a secluded place to deliver and raise her young in solitude. For the first several weeks of life, her cubs are completely dependent on her, and entirely vulnerable. Every time the mother hunts, she must leave her cubs hidden in low bushes. Any scent carried away by the wind can attract other predators. In this world, a single mistake can mean death. Hyenas, direct rivals, have a highly sensitive sense of smell and often track the scent of lion cubs. When a group of hyenas approached, guided by a shift in the wind, the lioness returned just in time. Without hesitation, she charged into the enemy pack. Outnumbered, she showed no sign of backing down. The same ferocity seen in the hunt was now used as a shield to protect her young. When the danger had passed, the lioness approached her cub and gently licked away the dust. This wasn't just grooming, it helped regulate the cub's heart rate and body temperature, while strengthening their bond through a unique blend of pheromones. On her way back to the den, she discovered a leftover piece of antelope carcass, meat abandoned by the hyenas. It was no longer fresh, but it contained enough nutrients to keep her cub alive for one more night. There is no soft purring, no tender gaze. A lioness expresses maternal love not with gentleness, but with the unyielding will to protect and endure. As night falls across the cold savanna, the lioness lies close to her cub. Her eyes remain open, silently watching over the wild world around them. The barn owl, mother of the night. Up next, let's meet number 5, a creature that has been reported to attack stray cats, and even humans. But in truth, these are not acts of aggression, they're acts of protection. We may fear them at first, but after this story, you just might see them differently. Let's discover the truth together. As night falls over the quiet countryside of Europe, a mysterious creature awakens. Not a predator driven by rage, but a mother. Silent, watchful, and immensely powerful. This is the barn owl, Tyto alba, known for its ghostly, heart-shaped face, pitch-black eyes, and an eerie screech that echoes through the dark. Barn owls dwell in abandoned barns, hollow trees, and rooftops. They build no nests, only seek a dark, safe space to raise their young. During the breeding season, the female hardly ever leaves the nest. She becomes hyper-vigilant, eyes always scanning, ears tuned to the faintest sound in the night. When danger nears, she doesn't hesitate. Her wings flare wide, feathers rise, and she lets out a piercing shriek, a cry sharp enough to cut the silence in two. This is no bluff. In 2015, in the rural outskirts of Wiltshire, England, a barn owl attacked a stray cat attempting to approach the nest. She dove from above, struck with her talons, then screamed in defense. In Germany, researchers recorded another case, a mother owl diving toward a field biologist who got too close during incubation. No serious injuries were reported, but the strike was powerful enough to drive a person back. These aren't acts of cruelty. They are the purest expression of maternal instinct, the need to protect. When her chicks are helpless, everything is a threat, even us. A barn owl's night vision is up to 10 times stronger than a human's. They don't see in color, but nothing escapes their sight. Their asymmetrical ears can pinpoint prey with audio precision, within centimeters. When the chicks grow hungry, the mother doesn't wait. She glides silently across the meadow, drops down like a ghost, and returns with live prey clenched in her claws. She doesn't kill the mouse. She offers it alive, teaching her young how to survive, not just to feed. Night after night. No complaints. No sound. Just a quiet rhythm. Stand guard. Hunt. Return. Defend. As dawn approaches, the silhouette of the owl still lingers at the entrance of her nest. Silent. Steady. Watchful. The barn owl is not a symbol of savagery. She is living proof that love, in any form, can protect, defend, and endure. Crocodile, the perfect hunter and the extraordinary mother. Hidden deep within the steamy swamps of Africa, Asia, and the Americas, The crocodile has long been feared as a symbol of raw brutality and merciless violence. With the most powerful bite force in the animal kingdom, exceeding 3.500 psi, it is a patient, cold-blooded assassin, calculated and deadly. But behind that fierce exterior lies a sacred instinct few would expect. The crocodile, an ancient reptile that has roamed this earth for over 200 million years, is not just nature's battle-hardened warrior. It is also one of the most devoted mothers in the animal world. When breeding season comes, the female carefully digs a nest using her hind legs, lays her eggs, and buries them under warm sand to shield them from predators and harsh temperatures. The most extraordinary moment arrives when the eggs begin to hatch. Faint chirping sounds rise from beneath the earth, and as if awakened by an ancient call, the mother gently uncovers each egg. Then, astonishingly, she opens her powerful jaws, not to strike, but to tenderly carry her hatchlings in the very place we fear most, the mouth of a predator. During their first days of life, the young remain close to her. She cradles them in her mouth and ferries them across the swamp to safer, calmer waters, away from lurking birds, snakes, or fish. Ruthless to her enemies, yet oddly gentle to her own, the crocodile mother reveals a side few have ever seen. When danger approaches, she launches into action without hesitation, defending each fragile life she brought into the world. She can go without food for weeks, watching over her nest or guarding a shallow pond where her offspring begin their fight for survival. In a world where only the strongest survive, the crocodile teaches us a powerful lesson. Strength and tenderness are not opposites, they coexist. She is a cold-blooded killer, but also a mother with a burning heart. A living reminder that maternal love is a primal force, one that transcends fear, even in the most fearsome of creatures. The silent killer in the dark is a mother. The final animal we will explore in this episode is the red fox, Vulpes vulpes. A perfect embodiment of two opposing extremes: the ruthless aggression of a predator, and the profound, unwavering tenderness of a mother. With its small frame, graceful gait, and striking red coat, many may mistake it for a gentle creature. But step into its world, and you'll see, every decision is driven by raw survival instinct. The red fox is a highly efficient hunter. It moves like the wind, silently stalking prey through low grass, then lunges with deadly precision, often aiming for the neck to finish the kill within seconds. In dense forests and along the grassy edges of Europe, it is the nightmare of field mice, hares, and ground nesting birds. When the opportunity arises, it may even kill more than it needs, a biological behavior known as surplus killing. A clear sign of its uncompromising predatory instinct. And yet, this same creature, when it becomes a mother, humbles the entire natural world with its silent, fierce devotion. By late winter, the vixen digs a den, a deep labyrinth reaching up to 5 meters, and gives birth to a litter of 4 to 6 pups in the cold, dark safety underground. She barely leaves during the first days, feeding only when absolutely necessary, always ready to defend her den from intruders. Every day, she braves forests, crosses snow, and travels up to 15 kilometers to hunt, bringing back each mouse and every berry for her young. And when danger threatens her burrow, she gently lifts each pup by the nape and relocates the entire litter under the cover of night, risking her life without hesitation. If threatened, the mother fox may attack animals larger than herself, not for her own safety, but for the blind, defenseless pups she guards. The red fox lets out haunting screams, cries that echo through the forest night like human wails, a chilling warning to any who dare come close. But all that ferocity, all that savagery, stems from one thing: a mother's instinct to protect her young at any cost. In the wild, love is not soft, it is instinctive, fierce, and often brutal. The red fox is a vivid, living proof of this truth, both an unrelenting predator and a fearless, selfless mother. We've just witnessed the journey of 7 of the most extraordinary mothers in the wild. The leopard, willing to go hungry, abandon her territory, and if needed, fight to the end just to keep her cub alive one more day in the unforgiving jungle. The lioness, brave enough to face entire packs of ruthless hyenas, even when injured or alone, standing like a wall of fire between danger and her cubs. The brown bear, exhausted and freezing, never leaves her cub's side in the snow, even fighting fiercely against her own kind to protect her young. The red fox, swift and clever, returning day after day with tiny prey in her jaws, patiently teaching her pups their first lessons in survival. The barn owl, often seen as cold and silent, but dives straight into danger to chase away intruders, defending her eggs with everything she has. The gray wolf, where the whole pack helps raise the young, yet it's always the mother wolf who stands first, shielding the den from every threat. And the crocodile, the ultimate predator, who uses her powerful jaws not to harm, but to gently carry her babies through rushing water, one careful step at a time. Perhaps, wild animals don't need words to show love. They act on instinct. But somehow, that instinct is powerful enough to conquer hunger, pain, and even death, just so their young can live. Some hold their babies close in silence. Some roar and charge at any threat. Some give up their own safety so their offspring may reach the light. Perhaps, motherhood knows no species. To be a mother is to love with every breath, raw, fierce, and eternal. If you believe that nature still holds countless wonders like these, leave a comment, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to join us as we uncover untold stories from the animal kingdom. Thank you for watching. See you again in the next journey.